Wanyenyekevu noticed Aldhib and the rest standing around, and he then said, "Where are my manners? Let me introduce you to my family. This is Jonathan." Aldhib gave him a look. "I am sorry, his name was Jonathan, his name is now Aldhib, his wife, Joy, and his brother Jom. Aldhib and Jom are so-called Anakitas. Grace, Mercy, Elisha, Elijah, and Daniel are so-called computans. My mighty friend, Obe, who's also a so-called Wakatilians. Since we have been together now, they have given us all a new name, Mestizos, but I'll explain that some other time. Oh, there is another Wakatilians, named Naraglisser, who is at home. He's in charge of our city, Madden at Altenwer." Queen looked at Wanyenyekevu. "Let me get this right. Joy is computans, and she's married to an Anakitas named Jonathan, but Sabaoth has given him the name Aldhib." Aldhib raised his hand and smiled. Queen slowly waved, and with a confused smile, she took a seat. "Now, all the rest are computans except for that big guy named Obe?" Wanyenyekevu said. "Yes, and Obe was a bounty hunter and slave for Oedipus. Sabaoth has changed most of our names for the work he needs to be done in us and to show his people that he has not forsaken them." Queen said, "If I hadn't seen Letzi, I would think you all were fools." Shaking her head, she said, "Sabaoth is able," Wanyenyekevu replied, "he is." Looking at the time, Queen said, "The meeting was 2 hours ago. Please, it is going to take at least 30 more minutes to reach our destination," pointing at their sky crafts. Wanyenyekevu said, "No, about a minute. If you hop on, we will fly there." Dark Eagle and his sons tied down their horses and joined Wanyenyekevu and his team on sky crafts. Wanyenyekevu reaches for Queen's hand. "Ready?" Queen and her family had never been on such a ride, and it was scary and exciting at the same time. They stayed low enough to get to their destination but not high enough to scare them no more than they were already. Queen asks, "How did you get these sky crafts?" Aldhib said, "It was Elijah's and my ideas. We had one, then a few we took after a few battles, and then before we knew it, we had more than we needed fighting Oedipus and his sons and just cross-engineered them with a few extras." Wanyenyekevu smiled. "Yep, they are our local geniuses." Queen said as she inspected the bike, "How are they so quiet?" Jonathan and Queen started talking about engineering, and Wanyenyekevu was impressed by Queen's intelligence. Upon arrival, the people stared at them and questioned themselves, as they parked near the entrance of the meeting hall. Where did they get those fancy sky crafts? Who are these new people? Are they Wakatilians, computans, or Anakitas? Queen and Dark Eagle led the group in the meeting chamber. "They look as if they were not even expecting us," said Dark Eagle. Wanyenyekevu saw everything, but he was forced to keep quiet until danger arose. "I will let you speak, until it's time for me to speak. Trust me, please, for Sabaoth has shown me everything. Fear not what you see, for Sabaoth has given us gifts that will amaze you, and you and yours shall receive your gift when Sabaoth deems you ready." Queen did not truly understand, but looked at Dark Eagle, and they both looked at Wanyenyekevu. "Okay." Wanyenyekevu looked around as he entered and took inventory of the men and weapons. There were 60 civilians and 30 armed men that surrounded the compound walls. 6 men stood in the hallways as they entered the chambers, 2 at the door and 6 inside. As he walked inside, a long marble U-shaped table stood in the center of the room with 24 chairs on either side of the table. As they walked toward the table, down a small aisle, Wanyenyekevu noticed an Abenian pacing at the back of the table. It was apparent he was furious at their delay. As they walked in, he shouted, "Do you think we have all day to wait on your motherfucking asses?" Queen tried to keep her composure as she began to speak, "Sorry," but was rudely interrupted. "Where are the elders? It is they who make the decisions. Is that not true? And who the fuck are these motherfuckers here?"